Hello, I'm Wazir, and in this episode we'll be talking about one of the most important issues, the US and Taliban peace deal. There is a lot of hype in the media about this peace deal, that this peace deal is actually a breakthrough for the conflict settlement in Afghanistan, and it will actually bring peace to the region. Well, there is a critique on the other side that this peace deal will actually lead Afghanistan more towards spiral of chaos and civil war. I personally do not stand on that side of having this peace deal bringing peace to Afghanistan. My analysis in this video will be in two perspectives. One, that there is lack of indigenous support, internal support to this peace deal in Afghanistan, and as well as there is lack of regional support, external support to this peace deal in Afghanistan. Provided this lack of support, both internal and external, to this peace deal in Afghanistan, Afghanistan is going to experience more chaos, more violence in the time to come. Now, let's talk about the first part of it, about the lack of indigenous support. There are a few arguments that, on the basis of which I build this analysis, that Afghanistan, because of the lack of indigenous support, will not experience peace, based on this peace deal between Taliban and the United States in the time to come. One of the most important things, the state of Afghanistan is weak, and there is diversity in the population of Afghanistan. When the state is weak, democracy is weak, and that diversity leads towards in the negative quantification of the national integration. Afghanistan having a weak state and the diversity in the population, like Pashtun make 37% of the Afghan population, Tajik make 27%, Hazara make 25%, and same is the case with Uzbek, a very considerable number of population, Turkmen, Amok, and Baloch. All of these particular ethnic groups have this considerable number of population in Afghanistan. And with that comes with power potential as well. Provided the power potential that these ethnic groups come with, having a weak state leads towards ethnic politics. When there is ethnic politics, the state is weak, that do not find common grounds without fringing upon each other's right to reach to a peaceful settlement. Now, when we talk about Afghanistan, there is this ethnic politics because of the weak state that they will not reach to a consensus that Afghanistan will experience peace based on that particular peace deal. And another most important thing, the government is not on one page on how to talk to Taliban, whom to talk to, and on what conditions to talk. The very first disagreement that we have seen these days is about the prisoners. Taliban wants 5,000 prisoners in the Afghan prisons to be released. On the other side, Ashraf Ghani gave his statement that there is nothing as such, there is no part of prisoner mentioned in this peace deal with Taliban. So, the very first tussle has just started, and it has been followed by a bomb blast and a militant activity carried out by Taliban yesterday. So, when we talk about that indigenous support to this peace talk, indigenous support to this settlement, that is lacking because of the weak state. United States, United Nations, and international community failed instead building in Afghanistan. The economic system has been disrupted and dismantled. Social fabric has been destroyed, and political system has been lacking in Afghanistan. Because of having 5 decades of this civil war in Afghanistan, provided that chaos, provided that long history, lack of a strong state, ethnic politics in Afghanistan, and fragmentation within the power potential, be that non-state actors or state actors in Afghanistan, there's this lack of consensus. So the moment US withdraw, or even with that news of US withdrawal from Afghanistan with a timeline of 14 months ahead, there will be this chaos increasing in Afghanistan. There will be more incidents of chaos in Afghanistan. Civil war is just waiting based on this argument. Provided the geostrategic position of Afghanistan, Afghanistan is like a sandwich between all of the regional and global actors. Pakistan and India, both are arch rivals, both have clash of interest in Afghanistan, both are intimately involved in Afghanistan. But India will not support this peace deal because this peace deal somehow gives an upper hand to Taliban in Afghanistan, which is considered to be an upper hand of Pakistan with respect to Afghanistan as well. On the other side, with American presence in Afghanistan, Chinese home security is threatened. With American presence in Afghanistan, Iranian home security is threatened. But now when the United States is leaving, this automatically means that Taliban will be getting more power in Afghanistan. With having more power with Taliban, China has some serious concern with respect to Islamic radicalism. The Uyghur movement, and Iran have some serious concern with respect to Islamic radicalism, because Iran support has been supporting the Hazara have been the Shiite faction, while Taliban are the Deobandi. So there is ideological clash between the Saudi Pakistani-backed Taliban and the Iran-backed Hazaras. And at the same time, when we refer to Russia, another most important power in the region, with Islamic radicalism, or empowering the Islamic radicalism in Afghanistan, will somehow threaten Russian home security. The Chechen crisis, the Bosnian crisis, and the Uzbek Islamic movement, etc., etc. So on the other side, when we refer to this regional actors or the external support to the peace, to this peace deal in Afghanistan, there is clash of interest of the regional actors and global actors who have been intimately involved in Afghanistan, provided the important geostrategic position of Afghanistan as well. So with the lack of external support to this peace deal, Afghanistan is not going to experience peace in the time to come. It is at the brink of another civil war.